everyone and welcome back to Still Sassy. I'm Julie and this is another Shop My Stash Sunday. So today I'm going to pull out two things from my makeup drawer, skincare drawer, hair care drawer and show you them and tell you whether I like them or not, good and bad and the ugly, and hopefully it'll help you when you come to shopping to decide whether you may buy some of this stuff or not. Obviously I'm a more mature lady, so I'm always giving you my opinion from that viewpoint. So if you're a slightly more mature lady too, then I'm sure you'll enjoy this. So today the products I've chosen are a little bit of a mixed bag. I've got one thing that I'm struggling with and haven't really found suited me that well, and one thing that I absolutely love. So let's just crack on, shall we? So the first thing I have is, well, actually it's two things in one, so I'm going to talk about these two things together, and they're from Trini Oldham, and these are things that I have struggled with a little bit. The great thing about Trini Oldham is that they have a match to me service online, which is absolutely fab. You just go online, you put your name in, it asks you some questions about your skin tone and your hair colour and your eye colour and all that stuff, and then chucks out what colours it thinks you should choose in all the products that it does, which I think is fabulous because Trini's not in many shops. Mostly you have to buy it online, and we all know that choosing colours online, particularly if it's a range that you haven't used before or heard of much, then it can be pretty difficult. So it's a really good way to make sure that you get the colours that suit you. She even talks about the lipsticks and eyeshadows, blushes, everything. It tells you everything. Obviously you don't have to follow that. If you fancy a colour that isn't on your list, then go ahead and buy it, I say. But it just does help a little bit, particularly with the foundations and the creams, to know what colour is going to suit you best. So first off, I'm going to talk about this little pot full of goodness here. This is the Just a Touch, and it's a concealer and foundation in one. And this is the shade Trinny, and it looks like this. Show you, is that going to get? Now this is £28 for a 4-gram pot, which is this, but Trini says it lasts 6 months, and I have had this quite a long while. I haven't used it as much as I thought I would. I'll talk about that in a minute, but yes, it's definitely lasting, so I think it probably would last 6 months even of quite regular use. It comes in 14 shades, and Trinny was the shade that the Match to Me service picked, so that's what I went for. It's sweat and humidity proof, and long wearing as well. Now, the way that Trini suggests you use this is to just put it where you need it. So for me, that would be under my eyes, around my nose, possibly a little bit on my chin, on my forehead, places where I'm a little bit red. But I think that's the bit I'm not really liking about it, because I find, and it's just a personal thing, it doesn't give me the coverage I like. I prefer a little bit more a fuller coverage than this gives me. It's quite sheer really, and although it looks nice when I first put it on, I think for me, particularly under the eye area where I have to use quite a bit of concealer, it just doesn't sit right at all, and fades quite quickly, I find. Now I know people rage about this, so I would love to hear if you've used it and what it's done for you, whether you've liked it or not, because I just want to love it. I really do. I think the concept of not covering your whole face with concealer or foundation if you don't have to is a really good one, and I just want it to work, but I've just struggled with it a bit. The other thing I'm not so keen on is that because it comes in this sort of pot and it's quite, it's definitely not a liquid, it is very much a cream, you have to use your fingers, and I'm not so keen on that. I much prefer to use the brush. It just works better for my skin with my wrinkles and things, fine lines, shall we say, not wrinkles. I much prefer to use a brush and blend it in. I'm not really one for using my fingers very much. I sometimes tap my concealer under my eyes, but mostly I use brushes. So that's a bit of a barrier for me to use this. But I've tried a brush. I've tried wiping it on my hand like I just did then, and then sticking a brush into it. But because it's not liquid enough for that, I just struggle a little bit. It has got some anti-aging properties in it to help with the plumpness and formation of collagen. Whether that works or not, I really couldn't say. I like to think it does, but I haven't really noticed much of a difference. But I haven't been using it that much, so credit to Trini if it actually does do that. So that's the Tintron colour of Just a Touch. So sticking with Trini, London is the BFF Cream Skin Perfector. Now this has got SPF 30 in it, so great for using in the summer, and it's a 30ml tube. This costs £35, so it's not the cheapest you will ever come across. Now this is, let me just show you first if I can. It comes out like almost white really. Oh, sorry, my lid. Yeah, just sort of an off-white colour, and then you sort of rub it in, and it blends or transitions to suit your skin colour. I don't know if you can see that now. Possibly not. It's got a nice shade of beigey brown. Now this is supposed to be worn alone or under foundation. Now the way Trini uses it, she puts this on first, put the lid back on before I lose it, and then she uses the Just a Touch over, and that's how I've been trying to use it. I've tried to use this alone, and it is quite radiant, but it is quite sheer, and I didn't find it that buildable. So again, I couldn't wear this on its own, I don't think, and feel comfortable. But I also found that putting this on top, for all the things I said first, didn't work for me either. Just the combination just didn't seem to be enough. Now I would definitely use this under other foundation because it's so radiant. I would use it possibly more like a primer than a foundation. In fact, she doesn't call it a foundation. She calls it Skin Perfector, and the BFF stands for, well, I think it can stand for anything. Best friend forever, best face friend, best friend forever cream, whatever you like really. But yeah, she talks about it being a skin perfector, not a foundation. So I think that's probably why I struggle with it a little bit, because it's just not enough for my skin on its own. But under a different foundation, I think it could be okay, or has proved to be okay. And this comes in 5 shades. And I'd say as you put it on, it sort of transitions its colour to suit your skin. Again, I chose the colour that Match to Me told me to buy, which is medium for me, and I think the colour is pretty good on me actually. So these two things I haven't got on with so well, but you know what I'd really like to do is actually track down a place where Trini is selling these face to face. I think she runs some like days from her home, and she does do pop-up shops in various places from time to time. And what I'd really love to do is just go along and chat to the people there about it, because as I said earlier, I really want this to work. It's such a good idea, and the rest of the range, I haven't got anything else, but the rest of the range online looks absolutely fab. I'd love to get hold of some of the blushers and the lip to cheek tints, and just go on there and have a look. They are beautiful, not the cheapest, but beautiful quality. And these little pots that the Just a Touch came in are actually stackable, so you can get eyeshadows and blushes and all sorts of things in these sorts of pots, and they stack together. So if you're going on holiday, that is really useful. And when you buy this BFF, you get one of these free, empty, so you can decant some of that into it and take it with you. So that's really good. So yeah, give those a try and let me know how you find them. And if you've tried them already, I'd love to hear what you think. Just put your comments below and I'll have a look. And the next thing I wanted to show you was this Benefit Dandelion Dew liquid blush. I bought this probably the end of last summer. I thought it would have run out by now, but it hasn't. It just lasts forever. It's a 300ml pot, and the reason I like it, I think it's such a beautiful colour. It's like this baby pink colour. I hope you can see that. Is that better? And it's quite sheer, and it really glides on lovely. That is far too much. You wouldn't need that much to put on your cheeks. But it gives you this really lovely lit from within glow. It's very radiant, very easy to wear, long lasting. Just looks really feminine. It just such a beautiful colour, and it's got the dandelion scent to it, which is absolutely lovely if you like scented things. So I missed out on wearing this last summer because I bought it a little bit too late, but I will definitely be using it this summer. I think over the winter for me, I actually used it a little bit more like a highlighter. I put sort of darker blusher on my cheeks and used this as an highlighter, just dotted onto my cheeks upwards. But in the summer, I will use it as a full blusher, and I'm looking forward to doing that because I think it's so pretty, and the packaging is lovely as well. Look at this; it's not shoddily made at all. So yeah, I think that is good for all skin types and skin tones, and certainly for me as an older woman, I just like the way it gives me that bit of youthful flush. So really nice, a really handy thing to have. This is £24.50, so it sounds quite a lot for a blusher, but as I said, this has lasted a long while. I do use it a lot, so it's definitely worth having, worth getting your hands on. If you've used it, let me know what you think, and if you're about to use it, when you finish with it, let me know what you think. Yeah, I could rave on about that. I really, really like it. So that's it for this week, guys. Short and sweet. I'll be back next Sunday with another Shop Your Stash Sunday, which will either be all good, all bad, or a mixture of the both. So I hope you can join me then. Please subscribe if you're liking these videos, and of course comment below. I will answer all comments as they come in, and yeah, I look forward to chatting to you. Bye everybody.